Hey, good morning, everybody. Today we're diving into the deeply disturbing and tragic case of Lacey Fletcher. The story is not only heartbreaking, but also raises critical questions about mental health and family responsibility. So let's get into it. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a professional. All my information is off of the web. Lacey Fletcher was a 36-year-old woman from Louisiana who unfortunately became the center of a shocking tragedy. Her life and death highlight severe lapses in care and attention, making it a case that has stirred public outrage and demands for justice. She was found on the couch, dead, fused to the couch. She lived with her parents, Sheila and Clay Fletcher, in their home. And over time, Lacey became increasingly reclusive, spending more and more days in the single room of their home, the living room, on the couch. So that's where her tragic story unfolded. On January 3rd, 2022, emergency responders were called to the Fletcher home. What they found was beyond heartbreaking. Lacey was discovered dead, partially submerged in her own waste, having left to die in deplorable conditions. She was severely malnourished. She weighed 96 pounds and covered in sores and showed neglect for an extended period of time. The autopsy revealed that Lacey had died from chronic neglect, malnutrition, and severe medical issues that had gone untreated. The details are gruesome and deeply unsettling. It's hard to fathom how this could even happen, especially under the watch of her parents, which were Sheila and Clay Fletcher. They were arrested and charged with second-degree murder. They claimed that Lacey had refused to leave a room and that they had tried to care for her in the best they could. However, the condition in which Lacey was found suggests otherwise. This case has prompted a lot of discussion about responsibilities of caregivers. In 2010, Lacey's parents went to the doctor without her. They asked the doctor what they should do about Lacey, that she was becoming increasingly reclusive, not wanting to leave the couch, and they had no idea what to do at this point. The doctor suggested that they bring her to the hospital, but there are no accounts of them ever bringing her to the doctor or the hospital that has been shown. Clay and Sheila Fletcher did not move their 36-year-old daughter, apparently for 12 years is what it looked like. Once they examined the body, it looked like it had been 12 years since the body had been moved. She basically was melded into the couch, the authorities said. Sheila Fletcher called 911 on January 3rd, 2022 to report her daughter's death. They had been on vacation and come back to find her dead. So she had died a day or two before even being found. The coroner described the scene as appalling and horrific because of the condition of her body. She was found with rotted skin, bones were exposed. Of course, she had starved. It was one of her main causes of death. When the coroner did the autopsy, they found pieces of the couch fabric in her stomach, so they don't know if she just got so hungry she started eating the couch fabric. There were maggots. Her skin was matted. There was a hole in the couch, of course, with feces and urine. Just deplorable conditions. And the coroner said in all his years of investigating homicides, he had never come across such neglect in his life. When he came into the house, he said he could smell death. It was just a horrible stench, and the conditions that Lacey in were just terrible, the way he explained it. And it bothered him so much that he had trouble sleeping at night after this investigation. Lacey's parents were sentenced to 20 years in prison for manslaughter. They got 40 years at first, and it was downsized to 20 years in prison for manslaughter. In their sentencing hearing, they described their struggle to cope with severely mentally ill child and how she was diagnosed with agoraphobia, I'm saying that right, and autism. While the Fletcher's sentence is just, it would be wrong of us as a society to stop and look away. We need to look deeply at the reasons why no one outside the home seemed to be aware for decades what was going on, why no one reached out to help. Everyone just apparently faded away. basically watch out for your friends, talk to your neighbors, make sure you're aware of what's going on around you. Check on your neighbors. If you see something suspicious, just make note of it. Be aware. It is so tragic, Lacey's case, and something that could be unavoidable with just the right care. There are agencies. There are agencies out there that could have helped her parents tend to her if they would have just reached out, or if someone else would have reached out in Casey's care. This is a tragic case, and I feel for Lacey and all she went through, and being alive during this for 12 years, enduring this and not being able to move. I'm sure she was aware of a lot of things for most of that time, and to just basically those things occurring to her as she lay on the couch, of basically being eaten alive by these bugs, of laying in her own waste. This is a horrible thing to endure. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. If you like this story today, hit like, and subscribe, and I'll be coming to you more with some more cases shortly. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Be safe out there. Thank you.